about, what is it that we mean when we say gender transformative parenting. So for us, when we look at gender transformative parenting, it's really parenting where we are infused, that is builds on key normative principles such as gender equality and inclusion, and it promotes positive gender norms and socialization, with the objective to transform the underlying power structures and the continuation of these power structures into future generations. So we are, in a nutshell, really trying to change how gender plays out within families and within those caregiving roles, and what is it that we can do to actually shift those underlying power structures that determines the decision making within households, who's taking care of the children, who is involved in the caregiving, and how do we actually go about bringing this change. So that's how we're defining gender transformative parenting, that looks at transforming these underlying gender norms.
The first set of bullets actually refers to how violence against children and violence against women intersect. So we've been collaborating with a number of partners, including the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, with whom we have 2 systematic reviews going. One that should be coming out this week or next, that looks at the co-occurrence of intimate partner violence and child maltreatment, and it's a systematic review globally. We've also done some analysis of data that has come out from national surveys in Latin America, looking at the frequency of co-occurrence between violent discipline of children and intimate partner violence, as well as what factors are associated with increased risk. Then we are also looking at the implications of these intersections for policy and programming. We have another systematic review that's about to be finalized in the next couple of months, looking at the promising and effective interventions that address these forms of violence in a simultaneous way. And we worked together with our partners, the regional office in the East Asia and Pacific, as well as with UNFPA and UN Women, to do a 4 countries study, looking at how services and programs are already trying to address these intersections on the ground. And we're continuing to build out that work. And then I wanted to call your attention to this large effort that we have going to try to identify priorities for the research on the intersections of violence against children and violence against women. And this is something that we are undertaking with the Sexual Violence Research Initiative and the WHO.
We now know that there are many areas where these 2 programs intersect. So they have shared risk factors, common social norms, common and compounding consequences. They overlap in certain stages of life, e.g. adolescence, and both have intergenerational effects. So we'll be hearing more about this, but these are this is the background in which we really decided to focus around this work, and we are working with different partners to really strengthen their areas in this work.
For Promundo works to achieve gender equality and social justice by transforming the intergenerational patterns of violence and promoting patterns of care, empathy, and accountability among boys and men throughout their lives. We envision a world where all people work to create non-violent, caring, and gender equitable futures for themselves and for their children. And for the last decade, I would say, Promundo's focus has been on building partnerships. And for the last decade, I would say, Promundo's focus has been on building partnerships in Latin America, Africa, Middle East, South Asia, to carry actionable research to inform the adaptation of gender transformative programs to different settings, and to build also global advocacy platforms to engage men and boys as allies in advancing the 3 pillars of our strategic plan, our new strategic plan, not yet public and launched, which are care, equity, equitable gender socialization, and the prevention of violence against women and their children.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time.